Hey guys, welcome to the channel. You're watching Windows 7 Art. It's so good to be back with you. Thank you guys so much for sticking around over the holidays. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, so we're going to get back into the swing with this short video, which is going to be about how to improve as artists. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you guys some things that I wish I would have known starting out. And as you can see in this picture here, compared with this picture, you can see that I have come a long way in honing my style as an artist. And I feel like I've got into a rhythm of painting that has helped develop my own unique style. And so that's kind of what we all want to do. So hopefully this video will be able to shed some light on your own painting and get you there quicker. And as I talk, I'm going to be painting some digital paintings just so that you can watch something as I discuss this with you. So enough talk, let's get straight into the video. Things I wish I had known starting out. Number one, just as you can imagine with watching me doing this digital art, I wish I would have known about digital art when I started out painting. Why is that? Well, basically because it is, as I have found, a great way to practice. People say practice makes perfect, and that's actually going to be one of my later points is paint regularly, and I'll talk a bit about that. But one of the ways that I do that is I will do digital art. The great thing about digital art is, number one, it's totally messless. It's really easy to do, and if you are simply just wanting to paint something just for the sake of exploring what it would be like to paint it, when you do that, and chances are it's probably not going to turn out the way you want it to first try, you don't waste things like paint or canvases. For me, I like to save my nice oil paint and my nice canvases for projects that I have planned out and I know where I'm going. And I do have videos about my design process in case anybody's interested in looking at that. But I like to save my raw material, like my paints, like I said, and my canvases for those projects. When I'm doing exploratory painting, I have found that digital art is a great way to practice them before I'll take on a project actually painting with paints and using a canvas. For instance, if I want to paint a horse, I will practice the subject matter using digital art. The program that I use for digital art is called GIMP, which is an acronym for GNU Image Manipulation Program. And I will include a link to a spot where you can download it for free on your desktop or whatever. And also, if you're wondering, I simply use a mouse for my computer when I'm doing digital art. I do have a Wacom tablet, which was a purchase made when I was getting into digital art early on, but I found I actually like just simply using a mouse better. So in case you're wondering, a mouse works too. I actually prefer it, and so getting my digital art set up was basically totally free. So just a side note. Another point that I wish I had known starting out is to take the painting project one step at a time. So often when I'm painting, I have the end goal in mind from the beginning, and I start trying to get to that point from the outset. And oftentimes a work of art looks horrible in the initial stages, and it doesn't start looking the way it's supposed to till the end. So that early on was really kind of a hurdle to get over for me. And so I would definitely say what has helped my art a lot is just taking the painting one step at a time. Another big point is don't compare your art to other artists. I know that's a huge temptation, especially for perfectionists like me, where you just want to be so good and your expectations are so high that when you look at other people's art, it can often be a discouragement to you and stunt your growth as an artist because it will kill your inspiration, where you'll just want to give up because you feel like, wow, they're so much farther along than I am. And then it can be discouraging. So don't compare your art. Everybody has to start somewhere, and you'll only be improving as you continue. So definitely just kind of stay in your own lane and realize that each person is unique, and you're not going to paint something like somebody else anyway. And then another huge point is paint regularly. I've heard other people say that that's definitely true, and it doesn't mean like you have to be so legalistic and regimented about it where you're painting for so many hours every day, otherwise you're not going to improve. Sometimes it can just mean doing a little bit on a sketch, a little bit of sketching one day, or and maybe some digital painting another day. Or maybe it can mean you painted an entire painting in one day or worked on a painting. The important thing is just to keep your painting at a regular flow, at a constant level where you're kind of always doing it in some way. And the next one is really super practical. It's something that I wish I had known sooner, simply because with my personality, I don't like to quit at something if it's not going well. And so I am more apt to push through a painting if it's not turning out. And a lot of times, that will work, but it's through a lot of pain and effort that I think I could simply avoid altogether if I would stop and just take a break and come back a little bit later with fresh eyes. That seems counterproductive, but in the long run and in actuality, it is far more productive than trying to push through a painting that isn't working out. So yeah, take regular breaks, go do something, get your mind off of it, and come back even 20 minutes later, and you will see the painting with fresh eyes, and you will see what needs to be done a lot better than if you would just be cranking away trying to figure out what to do to make the painting better without taking a break. So that's a definite big one. I've talked about that in other videos before, but it's worth mentioning again. Take regular breaks. Well, I hope you guys liked this video and enjoyed watching me paint 2 practice digital paintings as we discuss things that hopefully will be able to help you all in your own painting practice, especially if you're starting out and you're new to painting or art in general. Yeah, and I hope this video helped you a little bit, maybe to find your own unique style, because like I've said before, each person is made unique and nobody can paint a picture like you can. As always, it was a pleasure having you guys with me. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one, and until then, God bless you. We'll see you later.